What's up, guys? Welcome back to Harry Potter Tales, where it is all about Harry Potter and, of course, the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them movie. Today, I will be talking about Dumbledore versus Grindelwald, not just about their legendary duel, but also about how their powers were similar or different from each other. Now, Dumbledore is considered the greatest wizard of all time. He can make himself completely invisible without the use of an invisibility cloak. On numerous occasions, he demonstrated absolutely incredible features of skill. For example, when he summoned a firestorm in the Crystal Cave, or when he successfully held back Voldemort at the Ministry of Magic, refusing to let Voldemort make him his bitch. He also has an enormous knowledge of magic, including the dark arts. McGonagall has stated that the only reason Voldemort would be able to best him in a fight is because Dumbledore is simply too noble to use the dark arts. And my guess is that he studied the dark arts with Grindelwald when both young wizards were still great friends, as J.K. Rowling has stated that both of them are mostly self-taught. Now, they both had access to a vast array of literature, plus Grindelwald studied magic at Durmstrang, where they apparently teach the dark arts, and their insane thirst for magical skill and knowledge was nurtured by their desire to find and use the Deathly Hallows and to start a revolution in the wizarding world. Now, moving on to Grindelwald. Gellert Grindelwald was considered the most dangerous dark wizard the world had ever seen, only to be given second place when Voldemort rose to power. Like Dumbledore, he was incredibly powerful and possessed a lot of the same features, like he could make himself completely invisible, and just like Dumbledore, he was an expert duelist, as he was able to completely obliterate 5 Aurors with just one spell and easily defend himself against the spells of about 25-30 Aurors, while simultaneously taking them out one by one. Now, he could also perform exceptional acts of wandless magic. He was an expert in the dark arts, having studied them at Durmstrang, and also, of course, later on in his life. Um, because, like Dumbledore, he was mostly self-taught, considering he was expelled from Durmstrang after near-fatal attacks or experiments on his fellow students. Now, I will be talking about those in a future video. Now, a lot of debate is going on about who's the better wizard. I read tons of comments on Reddit stating that Dumbledore destroyed Grindelwald in their duel, which simply isn't true. Even if Grindelwald didn't have the Elder Wand, he'd still put up a really good fight, as he was able to fight Aberforth and Albus Dumbledore at the same time without the Elder Wand. Now, this duel led to the death of Ariana, which completely destroyed the Dumbledore brothers. It's said that Albus Dumbledore refused to confront Grindelwald only until it was almost too late, because he was afraid Grindelwald knew who fired the curse that killed Ariana. It was only when people said he was unstoppable that Dumbledore stepped in. This duel is described by many great wizards and eyewitnesses as the greatest duel of all time, spanning over the course of 3 hours. And my guess is it looked like the ending of the Fantastic Beasts movie, in which Grindelwald easily blocked the Auror spells whilst firing off his own. I imagine Dumbledore and Grindelwald about 50 feet away from each other, firing multiple highly powerful spells a second, whilst dodging and blocking incoming spells at the same time. And it's said that we'll see this duel at the end of the last Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them movie. Now, power-wise, I think Dumbledore and Grindelwald were evenly matched, maybe given a very slight edge to Dumbledore. I guess when wizards reach a certain level, it's hard to determine who is the more powerful, as both wizards had demonstrated exceptional feats of magic. They invented, of course, a lot of their own spells, and they were feared and rivaled by each other. Now, Grindelwald and Dumbledore fought twice. The first time I'd give the win to Grindelwald, of course, as he was able to keep both brothers at bay at the same time and escaping without harm. The second time, of course, Dumbledore won after an intense 3-hour battle, but only barely, probably because he was only slightly more skillful than his opponent, who by that time already possessed the Elder Wand. My guess, the fear of finding out who killed Ariana and his desire to protect his loved ones from the madman Grindelwald had become, gave him a slight advantage in the fight. It made him fight a little bit harder, a little bit longer. Honestly, it could have gone either way. I believe the only two wizards capable of defeating Dumbledore in a one-on-one fight were Grindelwald and Voldemort. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Be sure to like, subscribe and leave a comment. If you'd like me to do a video about something else Harry Potter based, just tell me in the comment section below. I will be posting at least 4 times a week, so give me lots of ideas on how to improve my channel. Peace.